Hey everybody, this perfect makeup filter is perfect, okay? It's perfect. Anyway, um, you cannot expect a person to grow up within a toxic family dynamic to not then go out into the world and continue to have toxic experiences. That happens a lot, and it's talked about in the family. But what is not talked about is the experiences that person went through within the family system that will cause them to then go out there and get the same toxic things in life. It is so rare to come from a family that is not toxic and then go out there and experience a extremely high level of toxicity. People that get abused physically have been abused in their home first. If you see abuse, you go out there in the world, maybe not that you're searching for abuse, but you get abuse. So on and so forth. It starts in the home. What you experience in the home is usually what you experience when you go out into the world. And a lot of times families will talk about that. They'll say, look at what this person is doing. Look at what they got themselves wrapped up into. Look at how they have so many kids, or how they have teenage pregnancy, or how they have this going on, and how they don't care about themselves, and how they don't love themselves, and how they'll just take anything and anybody. They already took anything from the very people that were supposed to be close to them and take care of them and shelter them and show them the ropes. Those same people showed them the wrong ropes, gave them the wrong encouragements, encouraged them that no one's perfect. Everyone knows that there is no one in the world that is perfect, but you should be looking for the people that compliment you. Oh, they don't have any self-esteem. You did not teach them self-esteem. You taught them to try to control other people. You taught them to be controlled and to be people pleasers because you come from a family that is fragile, with a lot of fragile egos. Big egos, but fragile on the inside. I'm sorry to say that things happen generationally. They don't just pop out over here and now you get to talk about someone because they have a lot of children and they're not married. It started somewhere, and it didn't start with this latest generation. It started way back. The controlling spirit, the anger spirit, the spirit of do what I say, the way I say do it, and you kind of get all everybody and make them do the same thing. That did not start just with this person that's from the latest generation. It started before that. No one wants to talk about what that person saw, what that child saw, what they experienced. If you start talking about that, you might actually heal. Because I would not step into the world and not know what friends are, and what friendship is, and what love is, and what it means to be treated properly, and what it means to not take crumbs of the bread had I not already been given crumbs my whole life from a system that I didn't control. So that's just a piece of my story. I stepped out into the real world from a place where I was just getting crumbs. So therefore, I went into the world accepting crumbs. Every friendship, or so-called I thought was friendship, what I think and view friendship is not what the general public views friendship is. And that's a sad thing, to know that people don't always come towards you with an agenda to not harm you. But the point of that is, when you come from a system where people are trying to control and trying to get the most power they can have within a family system, they go into the world with that same mindset. And depending on where they fall on that totem pole, depends on what they accept in the world. So sometimes they get a lot of harmful things happen to them in the world. They've already been getting harmed and groomed in a family system. No one talks about what that person experienced. They said, stop taking that. Stop dealing with people that treat you like this. Stop dealing with people that treat you like this and say this about you. From the very word stop sounded very, very harmful. I can't stop something that I can't even say where it started. So if you want to stop harmful things from happening to family members that you see once they go out into the real world, take a look at what they experience and whom they experienced it from, and start there and fix where that original harm came from, and why they're accepting breadcrumbs, and why they are willing to jump through hoops, because they jumped through hoops their entire life in a family system that made them jump through hoops just to get their basic needs met. And a child's basic needs are a requirement of the parent. It's not some extra sauce. It's not some icing upon a cake. It is the very requirement of parenthood, is to give the things that that child needs. So if that child didn't even get their needs met, they got crumbs in every arena and harmed, and every time they turn around, they're going to go into the world and be harmed even more, unless they can stop and say, where did this come from? Where did this start? Sorry, it does start in the home. It does start in the family system. That's all I had to say. When we